Hello, and welcome back to another pen talk. And to the few of you that are watching, thanks for joining me on my channel as I explore, technically, most of the time, the wide world of pens, inks, papers, accessories, mostly pens, but today is going to be an exploration of ink. Got 2 bottles from a Temu order that included in with a bunch of other things like water hoses and sprayers and things like that. And I like the Jinhao bamboo green ink that I got, so I got 2 more. They seem to be running out, but then that could be a marketing ploy to get you to buy. And they came very well wrapped, very well protected. The bottles had this foam protector around them. So they arrived in good shape, but we'll see something else. It says 30 milliliters, but they don't come filled up. You know, your typical descriptions. And here we have a Chinese label, and they overlabeled it in English, which I think is interesting. March 1st of 2024, which is a fairly recent thing, 3 years of shelf life, and yes, I have ink on my thumbnail. And the Shanghai Qinggu Stationery Company, Jinhao, 98% water, 8% dye. Interesting, haven't seen that on many inks. But these are how the bottles of Jinhao ink arrived. They seem to be very well packed, and I don't expect to have any leakage. You would see it. And yes, we have sunshine orange and lilac purple. We're going to open them up and see what they look like. So as we know from the bamboo ink I got earlier, they come in a very nice glass bottle. They're not very precise on putting the label on the bottle, but not an important quality. And they are branded Jinhao at the bottom. And they have the chariot on the cap. But, as you'll notice, these bottles are not full. The orange one is less full than the blue-violet. But it's like the green ink, which was even less full. You know, I question the 30 milliliters of ink that's in there. But the bottles all share the glass and cap, and they also have this really nice plug which seals up completely, so that's why I don't think there's any ink that leaks out. They just don't fill them in the first place. So here's my writing sample, glass nib on Temu River paper. I wrote this title with the bluish violet, which I think is a very nice color and certainly a descriptive term. And the sunny orange is definitely on the sunny side of orange. It's a true color. I consider the glass nib to be on the wet side of nib, so this is what you could expect if you had a wet nib and you were writing with these inks. But we also got to take a look at the paper towel. Here's the bluish violet, and there's the sunshine orange, and yeah, I got a little bit of a mix there, but they come out pretty nice, pretty saturated. And I don't think we're going to get much shading, sheen, or shimmer out of these, but I do like the color. And those of you that might not have seen my review of the green ink, I'll put a link in the description. But again, as you can see, the bottle is not very full. I probably have taken 3 or 4 milliliters out of this, but as a 30 milliliter bottle, it should be pretty much full even after I took out a few milliliters. But again, this is a very nice color, and the label is still on a little crooked. So for completeness, I used the glass nib pen to write with the bamboo green ink to show how it compares to the other 2 Jinhao inks. Schmier shows it to be lighter, but I really enjoy writing with it, and I put it in a Jinhao pen. And here it is on a Temu River paper. It's a 1.1 millimeter stub. And I like the color, I like the look, I like the line the pen lays down. That's what using fountain pens is all about for me. Yes, I had to ink up a pen, and I wanted to ink it up with the bluish violet ink. I just kind of really like this color, and the ink just feels great in this LaBeouf medium nib. I had the pen inked up for a while with, I don't know what other ink, and I cleaned it out, and I just felt it would be a good combo with this ink, and I was not mistaken. It is just a great writer. The ink works very, very well. No shading, no sheen, no shimmer, none of that stuff. Just a nice, pure, clean color. Makes writing pleasurable. So here's the writing with the LaBeouf pen on Temu River paper. And again, it's just very, very good, very nice, excellent color. So why do I do a smear like this? Because it just seems to show off more of the dimensions of the ink color. So we'll bling in my color wheel as it slowly makes its way to the view. And we have a violet blue and a blue violet. You have to go down to the less saturated tint to see kind of those color differences. But then if we go over to violet, you know, my eyes have trouble really distinguishing these. Obviously, this has a little bit more red than this. And if you go over to the red-violet, it becomes even more impressive. And I do like the red-violet color. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at two interesting inks that were quite reasonably priced on Temu. I may not be buying much from Temu anymore for various reasons. One of which they seem to keep changing their delivery partner, and they keep delivering it to the wrong address, which is 2.5 miles from my house. They did that twice in a row with my last two orders, and I'm not in the mood to try to have a discussion with Temu about how to correct that going forward. When I get an email alerting me to the delivery, I go check the other location when I don't find it at my house. So it's doable. Not the best situation, but that's the nature of the beast. So I enjoy these two inks. I mean, for the bottles, that design with that little seal mechanism in there, it's just done very well on many, many levels. The only real disappointment is the bottles are not full, but I'll live with that. Yeah, there's maybe 20 milliliters in there, plus or minus, versus the 30 that there should be. But with me, with all my inks and pens and etc., these will last me as long as I start and continue to enjoy those colors and writing with them. So we've reached the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope all of you are safe, healthy, and happy. Enjoying your day, enjoying your pens, enjoying writing, inks, paper, all of those things that are so nice in our hobby. So we've reached the end, and I will say bye. Don't know what's next, just stay tuned.